light a candle to remind us that Christ is with us and he is the light of the world. Hello, my name is Paul Deakin, and the vicar at St Cross in Knutsford. The parish itself is about 6,600 in population, with a wide cross-section in terms of how much money people have. It is mainly white British, and the places of worship are predominantly Christian faith. I was ordained as a deacon in 2013 and served a curacy at St Michael's Bramhall and also St Peter's Hale with St Elizabeth's Ashley. I have been involved with schools ministry in all these parishes and also in my present parish in Knutsford. I'm a governor at the local primary school, Manor Park. And before COVID-19, I was taking up to 6 school assemblies a year. We do not have a church school in Knutsford St Cross. Are school assemblies something you relish? Would you greet them with a little reticence or concern? I have to confess, I love doing school assemblies. Probably helped by the fact I'd done church youth work for many years before ordination, and I was also a scout leader. I'm married with 4 sons, all grown up now. But from youngest to oldest there's only 6 years. You can perhaps imagine that when they were younger there was never a dull moment in our family. All this has equipped me well for ministry among school children. But on the flip side, when I was entering ordained ministry, my pastoral experience with the elderly was very limited. And that is something I have had to grow into and gain confidence in. And that's what curacies are for, isn't it? To help us grow into that priestly calling from Christ and gaining confidence in our preaching and evangelism in a range of situations. So what can I share with you about schools ministry, which in my case is entirely within the primary sector? I guess the older you are, the harder it gets to feel in contact with younger children. And it's helpful to know what makes them tick. What are their friends talking about? What is the latest craze? What TV programs are popular? Or music? It's very helpful, but not absolutely essential, particularly with Key Stage 1 children, that is reception, years 1 and 2. We live in a culture now of learning very much more by visual means. PowerPoints or video are an effective assistant in sharing our message. In some of our churches, many have adopted a visual means of communication, and this is particularly helpful when children are involved. I do use Bible stories in schools, and the parables of Jesus are particularly helpful and relevant because they're timeless. But I also use secular children's stories that will be familiar to many children. Children enjoy familiarity, and 2 such examples here are Penguin's Hidden Talent by Alex Latimer and Up and Down by Oliver Jeffers. Stories like this the children love, and you can always align them to the gospel. And in all of this, it's about trying to keep your message as interesting as possible and simple, and even having some energy and some acting in your delivery or exaggeration, and being prepared for laughter, particularly from younger school assemblies. I particularly remember a Remembrance Day assembly in 2017. I talked about jelly babies originally being called peace babies, and when I showed these characters on the screen, it brought an unexpected hysterical reaction. So hysterical it made me laugh. When I showed the pink jelly baby first of all, baby Bonnie, wearing a nappy and a frilly bonnet, and explained she was always crawling into mischief, the children just collapsed with laughter. And each of the babies brought a reaction. You just have to go with that and even join in. But then you have to bring the children down very quickly and refocus them. The crucial thing is to be well prepared. In most schools I've ministered in, most schools I've ministered in, the equipment will not be set up until you arrive. So make sure you arrive in good time, half an hour before the assembly. And assuming the hall is free, then get things organised. Sit down after doing that and relax, and prepare yourself prayerfully for what is to come. It's also useful, especially on a first visit, to advise the school in advance of what you're thinking of doing. Most schools are well equipped with technology now, but it's always useful to make sure on all the logistics before you go. And you shouldn't be tempted to rush or leave things to the last minute, which isn't always easy in our role. I can think of a big mistake I made on a particular occasion when I was using my folding bicycle as a visual aid. One of our sons has that bike now, so I can't show it to you. I'd used this folding bicycle for many years for commuting to work, and thought nothing of folding the bike in less than 20 seconds as a train would arrive at Crewe station. Well, you might never forget how to ride a bicycle, but I certainly forgot how to fold the bike correctly. If in doubt, practice and test things before you go. It's better to get things wrong on your own and not in a school hall packed with kids and teachers watching you. A good thing, if you're able to do so, is to go with someone, your vicar or another curate, to learn from each other. It certainly helped me to be alongside someone. Even if you're going there just to learn with the person you're with, they will appreciate your honest feedback. Perhaps in this pandemic, when we turn to online services, we've suddenly discovered things about ourselves through seeing ourselves on video or hearing ourselves in audio. At the moment, I release videos for the school on YouTube, and I look forward to visiting the school once again. But at least broadcasting from the church is helping in some way to bring the school closer to the church building and open their eyes a little wider into our context. But when I'm able to return to the school, the key points for me always to remember will be good planning. Have a props list as an aid memoir for things you need to take. Possibly pack the bag the night before, don't leave it till the morning. You could even use a candle as a focus, as I have done today. light it at the start and then at the end extinguish the candle. It sets the tone and brings things to an appropriate conclusion. The words I use in an assembly for this will be more generic and inclusive to all faiths and none. Arrive early. And the best outcome of all of this is when teachers thank you, and the children too. And it's nice when walking past the school here when I'm taking our dog for a walk, and children will often speak and say, "Good morning, Reverend Paul." Thank you for listening. I couldn't join you on Zoom today because Friday is my day off. But let's hope and pray that we will soon be able to go into schools again, to visit and to share our faith in person. And anyone is welcome to contact me, to come alongside me for an assembly if that is of interest to you. Thank you very much. So let us go in peace to love and serve the Lord. In the name of Christ.